This part work has been supplied to me free of charge from Fanhome.com. Please pop along to their website and see all of the other build-up part works that they have to offer, as well as other collections of collectible things. I would like to thank Fanhome for providing me with the part work so I can produce these videos for your enjoyment and educational needs. If you'd like to build one of your own, pop along to fanhome.com. They're available in many countries worldwide. If you do want to build one, leave a note in the comments to let me know how you're getting on, and let me know how I'm getting on as well. I'd like feedback of all types. So thank you once more to Fanhome for providing me with this kit. I hope you enjoy the build. Let's get on with it. Hello, I'm Chris. This is Gross Models, and this is issue 44 for building Star Wars' own R2-D2. Well, it's your own once you built it. It will belong to you. It's got to be a he, isn't it? R2. He will belong to you. This is the stage where we're starting to put the framework into the plastic of the left leg. So yeah, but before we do that, obviously, we'll have a look through the rest of the magazine and see. We've got some stuff about speeder bike designs. The key sequence in the third part of the trilogy was the speeder bike chase. It was indeed. That wouldn't have looked nearly so good. That looks like you're asking for trouble sitting on the front of a big engine. No, I wouldn't like that. That looks far too city. Yeah, the style they went with the bits sticking out the front and things just looked a little bit more. Yeah. Again, it's just a chair, and I don't like that. I like that. That I like quite a lot. So yeah, there we go. That's what they're talking about. Speeder bikes. The Tri-Fighter. Yeah, the droid fighters. I quite like them. Quite a nice design. And look evil, even though they're, not doing anything. It might be the red eyes. I don't know. But yeah, they look quite cool. Very nice looking. They look sharp and dangerous. They look like they should be spinning round, but yeah. Deep sea mining in the real world. Using robots to map and monitor the deep, because it's very deep. You don't want to go down there yourself, and that looks very, very orc-like Warhammer. But yeah, drilling and mining, sensors. Obviously, robots need sensors to know what's going on. Yeah, special needs in terms of sensors for depths and stuff like that. There we go. Right, so the left leg components. This is what we're going to be doing. This is what we've got. Some more frame, some bolts and things to bolt them together. Basically, that's what we're going to be doing. So I shall clear the bench, I'll get the parts ready, and then we'll get this leg assembled. And here we are from last time, or the time before, this is what we've got this time, much the same again, but slightly different. We've got to put these together. Now, this is trickier. You can only go one way because you've got the little sticky out bit there. You've got to go that way. So once that's together like that, there we have it. It will go right next to that, and this will go on from the other side. No, before we even do that, we're going to be putting this bit on. So I need to open up some packets of nuts and bolts. We are installing these using, I wonder why they put them in a different bag. I'd have thought they'd have put the nuts and bolts together in one, but they put some screws in with one and the nuts in with one and then the bolts in another one for some reason. Strange. Right, one nut, one bolt. We're going to be putting that through there, so the nut will sit quite nicely in that hole. Finger over that will hold that in place. That should be the right one to go in there. Let's try it out using my new screwdriver. That's worked. That's done it up. It's gone in there quite securely. I'm fairly happy with that. It's doing the job. There we go. So this will then go on there. This bolts in from the other side like that. Like that. What I'm going to do is put that one on there loosely to begin with two nuts and bolts, because it's much easier to do one side and get that in the right place before worrying about the other one while you've got them all floating around all over the place. So that's that in there. Enough wiggle room to ensure that that's going to fit on there nicely. And we can get two more of each fit into there. Oh, not that side. Let's go this side. Like that and that. Hold them in place and get the screws in. I'll put both screws in roughly, and then obviously do them up. There we go. So that's that lined up, so we can tighten them all down like that. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's just make sure that they're a little bit extra turning those, just to make sure it holds it off nice and securely. Obviously, being a main support frame, you need that to be quite sturdy. So that's that. That was easy. Then we need to go across to get the stick part that we're going to be fitting it to. Here, that's going that way over. This is obviously not attached in there as yet, so be careful of things like that. This goes on there. Make sure you get it the right way round. So if you get the ankle pointing the wrong way, it won't all fit together properly. So that is going on there, and apparently that's being held in place with 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 to keep the spares over there for now. So where are these going to go? Let's have a look. According to the picture, they're obviously all in pairs. So we've got 2 right down the end here. So I'm going to get 1 in there, assuming I can. I can. It is magnetic and it will work, but it's just a case of getting everything lined up properly, especially the first time out. So 1 in there, just enough to hold it in place. And then the next one is, where are we? Just the other side of that, just where it looks like it should be, just up here. I'm going to go over the other side for that. That'll do for now. Going to need to tighten these a bit by hand. I found with the self-tapping screws, this screwdriver is not overly happy doing all of that. Those 2 there and the 2 over the other side are the others. Obviously, because it's forcing its way into the plastic, it sort of thinks, are you really sure you want me to be doing this? Although you can sort of force it and go backwards, it's just as easy to manually do that the rest of the way. So that's got them all together, so it's not going anywhere, although that bit still is. Why are we dealing with all that loose? Why have we not put that together yet? Or why have we not bothered putting it together yet? It seems strange that it's there but not actually going anywhere yet. But there we go. We don't know why they do these things. We just follow the instructions as they are presented to us. So let me get the rest of these screws in, and then I can worry about tightening them all up, and then that will be that. They're in nice and not exactly tight secure, but they're in holding everything in the right place. Yeah, I'm going to take that off for now because I don't need it on while I'm doing this. It's just going to get in the way. So yes, let's get all of these done, and that will complete this part of the build. The trick with this, getting these in, is making sure that it is actually all sitting down in the right place. Make sure it's located, because there are a couple of little sort of plugs that these need to sit over. So do make sure everything is lined up properly. So these are actually going through into the blue bit, so that does need to be in place. But that extra white horseshoe piece over there really doesn't yet. That. And that is that. I shall get the rest of these tightened up off camera, because there's no point in you watching me tightening up a couple more screws. That's that. So thank you very much for joining me on this part of the build. I'm not sure. I haven't looked ahead to see what's coming up next, but I'm sure we'll be doing more things, adding extra bits to it. We're still going to be working on the leg for a few more weeks. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe. I shall see you very shortly for more. Bye bye for now.